Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome back to a professional match of StarCraft 2. Now what I've got for you today is a Protoss versus Terran between two players at the very highest level of SC2. Now I'm really excited for this one. So a couple of days ago, I casted a best of 5 series between Parting and Raynor. And not to like advertise my own videos too much, but honestly it was one of the very best of 5 series for Protoss versus Zerg that I've seen this year so far. Highly recommend you go ahead and check it out after watching this. I'll go ahead and post a link to it down below in the description of the video. Regardless, during that series, right, during that cast, I ended up mentioning that there's this new Protoss build going around at the highest level of play where Protoss players focus on Blink Dark Templar. Now, Blink Stalker, obviously, very popular. That's something that Parting has been playing a lot. But apparently, Blink Dark Templar is one of the strategies that the blue Protoss player here in the top right-hand corner of Zen has been going for recently. And his nickname is Zest. Now, Zest, of course, one of the very greatest Protoss players in the world right now. I mean, when you ask who's the best, it's probably either him or Parting when it comes to playing with the Protoss pieces. The guy's ridiculously good. And apparently, this is one of the games where he decides to go for the Blink DT build. So I haven't seen it yet myself either, but I'm excited for it. I guess we'll find out together. His opponent, though, in the opposite corner here, playing with the red Terran SCVs, going for a double barracks opener. So maybe a little bit of Reaper aggression from South Korea as well. We're looking inside of the main base of TY. Now, TY has been absolutely killing it recently. I mean, spoiler alert for the GSO Code S that just wrapped up last week. In the Grand Finals, TY absolutely smashed Cure 4-0. Now, I'll be honest with you, it was one of the most entertaining 4-0s I've ever seen, because the games were actually very, very good. But there's no denying that TY is looking really, really strong right now. Certainly one of the greatest Terran players in the world. It's always a little bit hard to say, like, who's the best. Because, I mean, we have players like, for example, Maru, players like Innovation that are doing really well too. But TY is certainly up there. A lot of people, myself included, actually thought he was going to start taking SC2 maybe a little bit more casually. He basically is now also casting the GSO Code S in Korean, over in South Korea, obviously. So I kind of figured, okay, he's picking up a new job, right? He probably wants to take SC2 practice, maybe a bit easier. But it turns out the opposite is true, because he's been doing extremely well ever since he first announced that he was going to be a commentator. Alrighty. Anyways, Twilight Council is coming up. There's a couple of Reapers being produced here as well. They should be able to meet with that Adept that's going across the map right now as well. And actually, would you look at that, Zest building a pylon here in the top left-hand corner of the map. Now, TY is gonna find that one Adept in the bush. This is always a crazy skirmish. 3 Adepts, or rather 3 Reapers versus 1 Adept. How many kills can the Adept get? I think with perfect micro, the Reaper should be able to pick it off. Although it's extremely close. High ground vision actually super important here as well. Nice little bit of control here by TY. And while it's easy to lose both of those units, he seems to be okay for now. Stalker, in the meantime, though, has already been built at home. He's going to go for a gateway here as well inside of the main base. That's going to be the second gateway. And actually, I was going to say, if he wants to go for a Dark Templar build, where is he going to put down the Dark Shrine? Apparently, it's proxy. That's a little bit crazy, because obviously these Reapers, they have full map control right now. Not a whole lot that Zest could do about it if these Reapers decide to scout the top left-hand corner of the map. But apparently, he's feeling pretty brave about this scenario. In the meantime, though, this is still quite a few Reapers. Yeah. Not quite enough DPS there to kill that one Stalker. In the meantime, though, on the other side of the map, we do see... Oh, actually, a cancel on the stim pack, and he decides to now go for the concussive shell upgrade instead. So that indicates to me that he wants to go for a push here very, very shortly. Probably feeling pretty good about the damage that he's done so far. Not losing all too many units just yet. So that does mean... Well, he's not going to be able to go up there. The 2 structures are blocking it, but that does mean that Zest is going to have to deal with quite a bit of aggression here in just a little bit. Alrighty, so the Dark Shrine is going to finish up here very soon. Gateway has already finished up as well. That's going to mean 3 gateways right now in total, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there we go. 3 gateways, so he can warp in 3 Dark Templar at a time. There is a shield battery over here, but here's already that Terran army moving across the map. Now, the Dark Templar, where are they? Here we go. They're being warped in, and they're gonna walk straight towards the natural and probably the main base here of the Terran player. Zest is not aware at all of this bio army that's just about to go into his natural, and here's the DTs. Can he lift the... Oh my god, he needs to lift that depot. Ugh, not lifting the depot there in time. He's in the meantime busy though. Tried to micro with those Reapers. He actually catches one of the Stalkers off guard. Nicely done. This is the previous balance patch, so no pylon overcharge just yet. But while this aggression is happening, we can see the Dark Templar absolutely killing it. In the meantime, on the other side of the map, scans should be running out there very soon. And the Dark Templar does indeed live. And DT is obviously also amazing when it comes to defending these kinds of pushes. That's 15 SCVs going down so far versus only 3 probes. So nicely done there. TY probably did save up a scan. Oh, he actually has a missile turret there. I was going to say, how do you see that? He probably did save up a scan, maybe even a second one too, but probably didn't have enough there to also in the meantime scan over on the other side of the map. So nice opener here by Zest. Relatively uncommon. It seems like everyone right now, they're going pretty much all for that Parting Blink Stalker opener that Parting has been using to beat players like, for example, Maru in the GSO this, which may very well be one of the reasons why TY ended up winning the whole thing there in the end. But Parting's Protoss versus Terran is looking absolutely insane. And pretty much all the top level players right now are going for his like Blink Stalker opener. Nice spot right there as well by TY, seeing the little shimmer apparently. And he noticed the Dark Templar waiting there. Alrighty, so Blink is coming up right now for Zest. He's going to be able to transition here relatively nicely. Now, you got to keep in mind, right? Killing a Terran's SCVs, I mean, it's not really the end of the world. Obviously, they have those yellow mining machines. They do just fine. You can see income-wise, it's not the end of the world right now for TY, but certainly a nice little advantage so far here for the South Korean Protoss player. He's actually now already going into the robotics bay as well. So we'll have to see if he maybe wants to go for either Colossi or like maybe like a Warp Prism upgrade or even Disruptors. There's a bunch of different options that he has, especially with the Blink upgrade. You can just simply maneuver across the map super quickly. I wouldn't even mind seeing, honestly, just a... well, this is awkward. 2 dropships pass in the middle of the night. Yeah, they both spotted each other. But I wouldn't even mind seeing him go for maybe a little bit of Warp Prism speed. Right? You can deal quite a bit of damage just darting in with the Prism, with a Dark Templar. Now, obviously, since the Prism got spotted, not a very good chance that you're actually going to be able to get any damage done. Widow Mines, though, they got spotted as well inside of the plane. And they will be able to go back home without actually losing any of them. So pretty passive couple of minutes right now. Apparently, the Prism will try and move here on the left-hand side of the map. Gonna get himself a couple more Dark Templar, probably. I expect at least a couple more DTs. Hello? Oh, I think he's busy. Yeah, he's instead now spending his money on the 3rd Nexus, and there we go. I think he's warping in a couple right now. Actually, oh, that's 2 Adepts. Oh, I like it, actually. That's cool. So he's got 2 Dark Templar and then 2 Adepts as well. So maybe if you get, like, the notification, your base is under attack. He's only going to see 2 Adepts and not really notice the fact that there's also some DTs. Well, he will notice them now, I guess, since they're in range of the missile turret detection. But smart little move there. Ooh, TY trying to see if he could potentially catch that Prism. I think he's probably going to have to recall that one out of there. By the way, no Prism speed or anything fancy like that. He's just going to go straight into the Colossus now instead, with the 3rd command center now coming up as well. So do we have a 3rd? Oh my god, really? Okay, that was a little bit greedy. We also have that 3rd Nexus. That's what I was going to try and say. Forcing a scan, though, is very nice. Scans basically mean that there's not going to be a mule, right? A mule mine for, or a mule's mine for about 300 minerals. So that Dark Templar forcing 1 scan is already worth it. I think actually TY could have gone in there. There was no defense there at all for the Protoss, but I guess it's a little bit of a gamble. Now, does TY figure it out right now, though? He doesn't really know that the Dark Shrine is not inside of the main base. He might see that in just a little bit as he finally manages to get a dropship in. It would be real nice for him to be able to scout these structures, because, I mean, this is like a scary warp-in location all the time. He might accidentally stumble across it here as well in just a little bit. Now, Blink is done. So what you can do with Blink is just simply be out onto the map, get some damage in, and then blink away, right? In the meantime, though... Oh, Widow Mines! Okay. That's 13. That's 13 probes. Just like that. And TY, while previously behind, right now definitely secures himself a nice little advantage. You can see that in the supply counts as well. We have, well, a very significant advantage right there for Zest. I'm not even going to try, or sorry, for TY. We're not even going to try and, like, do any math over here, okay? Bad idea. But finally, yeah, now we see the photon cannon coming up, but it's a little bit late. Main base actually still a bit vulnerable too. I mean, the Widow Mines are now inside of the medevac here on the right-hand side of the map once again. And while TY is marching across the map, he still hasn't spotted these structures on the top of the ramp. Double Colossus, though. And that's going to be scary, right? The 2 Colossi, they can deal a lot of damage, especially to light units like Marines. They absolutely smashed them. In the meantime, Widow Mines over at the 3rd base. This time around, they don't get any actual damage done. He needs an observer here. No, he didn't even need an observer. And while the medevac apparently wanted to try and see if he could go back in, not quite gonna happen. Now, TY, he is spotting a lot of structures that are all out on the map, right? He's killed like a couple of pylons now that were everywhere. And that's nice. But he hasn't spotted the actual, like, you know... Oh my god, I didn't even realize that. He is gonna go for the Shadow Stride ability right now, researching that on the Proxy Dark Shrine. So, Shadow Stride, it's basically the Dark Templar Blink upgrade, although... Okay, yeah, cool idea. It takes about 7.5 years to research. And at this point, TY accidentally stumbles upon a couple of Protoss structures here. He did see the flames there too, so yeah, no way that this is gonna stay up and running. And that does mean that the Shadow Stride ability is gonna be denied. Now, immediately though, another Dark Shrine starts up. Do you think this is like some sort of 200 IQ move? It's because I know that you no longer have a Dark Shrine. You're probably gonna make the assumption I have the detection anyway. It's not a good idea to go Dark Shrine anymore. But because of that, since I know that you know that there's no Dark Shrine, maybe going Dark Shrine again is smart because you're probably gonna be lacking the defenses to deal with it. Because you make the assumption that I make the... You know what I mean? These guys are playing 4D chess over here. They're trying to be real smart. Trying to constantly outsmart each other. And get maximum value in that way. Alright. Finally, by the way, we do have that nice little upgrade there in the Robo Bay. It's gonna make the Prism a little bit quicker. I always confuse the Prism upgrade with the Observer upgrade. There it is. Gravitic Drive. It's gonna make these bad boys a little bit faster. Alrighty. So, Dark Shrine number 2 is gonna finish up. Zest not quite committing there. It's always a gamble, right? You never really know exactly how much Terran there is actually going to be. Oh my god, this is so awkward, man. The 2nd Dark Shrine, and he's once again getting the Shadow Stride ability. Okay. I was gonna say, if he's gonna go for it, and the first one dies, what are you gonna do? He's decided, apparently, to go for another one. Now, this is a phenomenal situation, though, right now for TY. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's got a great army. He's got good upgrades. He's 2 upgrades ahead of his opponent. Now we have the other upgrade as well, so I guess there's multiple options available. Still, TY not really taking a whole lot of risks. He doesn't know if maybe some DTs are still left over, so he's got a lot of missile turrets. They're obviously detectors. They're going to be able to spot any incoming aggression. Now, by the way, did you know there's a guy inside of the missile turret? I know that there's a lot of things going on right now in the game. But did you know there's a dude inside of the missile turret? Hold up, let me see if I can show you again. Here he comes. You see him? He's sitting right there, man. Okay, once more. Then we'll go back to the actual cast. You see that? There's a guy inside of the missile turret. I think missile turret should cost 1 supply because there's a dude in there. Anyways, we do have a nice little push right now headed towards the main base, and I love this positioning here for TY. This can deal so much damage. Oh, he's going to be able to ferry units into the main base as well, or I guess elevator units into the main base. There we go. Still? Well, he's going to go to the natural instead. Ooh, not bad at all. Yeah, this is one of those locations that's very, very difficult to break. In the meantime, though, the Dark Templar, they have made their way towards the planetary fortress, and they're just gonna right-click on it. Oh my god, they deal so much damage, and they're gonna be able to catch up now with a couple of those SCVs. In the meantime, looks like, well, the Colossi actually still are alive. They walked over there. I was gonna say, if they got picked off, that would be a disaster. Dark Templar right now over here as well. I guess they can blink down towards the low ground too. He needs to scan. TY, you gotta scan. Oh my god, he scans right now, but that was a little bit late. Right now, obviously, with the Shadow Stride ability, they can blink away. Dark Shrine, though, is picked off. In the meantime, the Dark Templar that were on the other side of the map, they have made their way over here. And, oh my god, while he does have another scan available, the Dark Templar, they're on top of the siege tanks. They can't really get that much done. In the meantime, DTs inside of the main base, they get so much value in as well. And just like that, I think that Zest managed to clean up this aggression. Colossus, though, oof, that's painful. 2nd Colossus will stay alive for now. These couple of Marauders actually still getting maximum value. Few reinforcing Terran units also trying to make their way over here. Honestly, though, I feel like TY just needs to go home, man. He's kind of overstaying his welcome right now. Supply-wise, he's still fine. He's still getting himself some really good upgrades as well. Trying to reinforce this, very, very difficult decision to make. I don't think it's the correct one. That's a lot of Protoss. TY, though, he does have a much bigger army supply. I don't know where all the army is located. I guess it was still on the side of the natural, maybe, or over at the third base, something like that. That one Colossus dealing maximum amount of damage right now, picking up kill after kill after kill. Siege tanks being target fired down as well. We do see a couple of Zealots now running down the ramp too. They just got warped in. They do have charge, so they're going to be able to close the distance there to that siege tank very quickly. You know what? I'm liking this position for Zest more and more right now. He's going to go for his third Dark Shrine. That's the third Dark Shrine. He's actually legit about it as well. So, Shadow Strike, it's one of those researches that's been in the game for a really long time. But it takes a really long time as well to research, and it's rather expensive. So, we don't see it all too often. But, I mean, the real advantage, right? If you can force your opponent to scan a second time and you have the micro to handle all of those little actions at once, I mean, technically speaking, it's an amazing upgrade, especially in the later stages of the game. I mean, you could see, like, those 8 Dark Templar or so, they killed that planetary fortress so rapidly. By the way, right now, the reason why I'm liking this position for Zest quite a bit is because he's got the base in the bottom left and, bottom left? The bottom right-hand corner. He's got it taken here. And it will be scanned and confirmed right now, but TY, he doesn't really have much to do about it, right? He can't really get much done. Oh my god, he just warped in a ton more Dark Templar. This Prism, it's been hanging out here ever since it's got Prism speed. Amazing. Is he just gonna blink on top of it again? The Terran army is mean. Oh my god, he's just gonna do it again? He didn't even blink. That is so much damage, man. Wait, how many is that? 2, 4, 6. It's like 10 Dark Templar. Apparently, they like 3-shot a planetary fortress? That's insane. That's so much damage. Yeah, it was a little bit lucky there, though, obviously, that TY decided to move out right at that very moment. He secured a base here on the low ground. Maybe he spotted it, though. He definitely may have spotted it. That would make it a bit of an easier decision to make. But I'm excited, man, to see that Dark Templar actually seemed to be legitimately good. I kind of thought that this was going to be like a cheesy way of playing the game, but I actually don't mind this at all. Now, there's a missile turret coming up here at this stationary location. Apparently, this is where TY wants to sit. Dark Templar, though, they blink in. The Ghosts do manage to get a nice EMP down, but I mean, at this point, there's just way too much Protoss. Zest absolutely crushing that army right now. Dark Templar blink will run out here, or will come off cooldown in just a little bit, and there we go, TY. Forced to tap out in a game where Zest legitimately went for Blink Dark Templar. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I actually expected this playstyle and this build order to be more cheesy. To be something where Zest would be going all in, right? And while I guess he kinda does, it's really not as risky as I thought it would be. If you know where the Terran army is located and you can just blink in, the planetary fortress, I mean, normally it's a huge, huge defensive anchor there for the Terran player. They can just get sniped really quickly, and from there on out, I mean, DTs have insane damage per second. They just simply slice and dice through a Terran army if there's no detection. Pretty sick, though, but you do need to have incredible micro in order to pull that kind of strat off. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button so you get notified as soon as future videos go live. A special shout out to the Patreon supporters. Thank you very much for your generosity. But for now, I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Don't forget to smile. And I'll see you once again in the next one.